Okay, welcome back everyone. Hope you had a nice meal during the break and that you are ready for the continuation of our program. Before the long-awaited panel on how international collaboration can, should, and is shaping AI for sustainable development, we'll have the privilege to hear welcome addresses and keynote remarks from the distinguished partners who make DSC Europe as impressive as it is today. So, it's my pleasure to invite Mr. Yakub Beris, resident representative of UNDP Serbia, to deliver his welcome word. Mr. Beris.
Thank you very much. Your Excellencies, Ambassadors Giaufret, Conrad, Gori, Samelin, Kosha, Da Fonseca, Costa Couto, Charge d'Affaires, Otway, ladies and gentlemen. It is indeed my pleasure to welcome you to the discussion on how international collaboration on AI can shape sustainable development. As an organization that is helping the conference organizers, which gathered this immense crowd, interesting mix of people that are interested in the AI topic, I want to give a few messages before we start the panel, which probably you are waiting to hear even more interest, with more interest. That technological innovations offer us unprecedented tools that can significantly improve the quality of public services and citizens' lives. So my first message is about AI and its relationship to the public services. And as an organization for international development, that is one of the prior interests for us before talking about anything else. So UNDP has been working closely with the Serbian government for many years now to harness the emerging tech for the common good and create an enabling environment for knowledge-based economic development. And services fits very well in that. And it all starts with data. We first helped develop legal framework to stimulate public data opening and reuse, then facilitated the launch of datago.rs as a portal to host all open data, all open public data. Well, as a result, we are talking about over 2,200 data sets by 110 plus institutions that are now presenting and sharing their data to public. Thanks to this, the citizens can now navigate cities using open public transportation data, receive real-time air quality warnings, or examine municipal budgets. So it has a variety of use cases, and I just gave you a few. Then comes the infrastructure side of things, such as the operational supercomputer platform within the government data center, which was established with our support in close collaboration with the Office of IT and e-government. Well, with the high quality and open data and adequate infrastructure, then we can talk about the public services as we see it. And citizens then lives can be improved because they have access to better services. Our newest initiative is focused on user centricity in creation of public services, meaning active citizen participation in all phases. So provision is one side of the coin, and access and facilitating that access is the other side of the coin, and AI and emerging tech can actually facilitate that. So from the initial idea through co-creation and prototype testing, we are talking about co-designing the public services or improving what we have in each one of them. So zooming in on AI, we have been also supporting the establishment of National AI Institute and Government AI team and AI piloting in the public sector, including in medicine, and there are different examples and use cases of it, like digital mammography and others, and specific use cases in education. Well, then the second message comes as handy, building on the public services and the utility of AI in that all the emerging tech's potential benefits and opportunities for improving our lives and societies are one side of the coin, and the other, we must study the impacts of AI closely and actively to seek inclusive and equitable governance, to be ready to react quickly to potentials for increasing biases or inequalities. AI is as good as human beings, how we see and how we input the data, and it comes with biases, and it can actually foster inequalities if we don't manage it well. So AI systems are only as biased as the data and perspectives used to create them. For example, if you don't assure balanced representation of women and diverse viewpoints in the development process of AI, it will lead to perpetuated gender biases that reinforce inequalities that already exist in the society. Together with our partners with the Office of IT and e-government and with the British Embassy's support, we aim to disrupt this cycle. For instance, from encouraging higher participation of women in STEM professions, programming and algorithm design, to having women professionals in speaking roles such as this one, on expert panels, and as keynote speakers at events like DSC, so that their insights, experiences, and expertise help shape the field of data science and future development of AI. So it starts at the very first level with the actual human input to the whole thing before we speak about the AI. So they have to be part of the solution itself. In addition to tackling gender-based biases and inequalities, we are helping the development of inclusive AI tools such as Sign Avatar, which generates sign language that helps hearing impaired and deaf persons. To ingrain the principles of inclusion and equality, we support the government to improve legal frameworks as well, including the ethical framework for AI development and autonomous driving legislation and the new AI strategy. It also has multiple levels. So don't think that inequalities are just about certain societal groups, and I'm giving the examples like that. There are other ways that it can reflect, and it has reflection even on languages themselves. Most recently, we have proposed a national language technology program to improve the position of Serbian language in the global AI revolution. Large language models such as ChatGPT generally perform much better in English, and several world major languages supported by large communities and strong economies than South Slavic languages. Talked about public services, inequalities, the risks for it, and of course the third message then is why we are here, to reflect the international collaboration and the importance of it, the importance of the multi-stakeholder approach, which is necessary to ensure that AI technologies are developed and deployed in ways to boost innovation and sustainable growth. Global recognition of Serbia's achievements around AI resulted in the country taking over the presidency of the Global Partnership on Artificial Intelligence, or GPI. Two establishing partners are here, France and Canada is not here, but we have been talking with them lately. This year, we are proud to support the organization of GPI Summit in Belgrade. In December 3-4, you will be hearing about it. It will bring international experts from different fields to Serbia to collaborate on the ethical and inclusive development and use of AI. Well, as UNDP will continue to collaborate to bring together international development partners, experts, government, business, society, civil society, and academia to create an environment. That's our best contribution we see, a convening partner to create an environment in which technology strengthens the economy and benefits everyone equally. Well, I wish you dynamic and fruitful discussion. Thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you, Mr. Beris. I'm honored to welcome Mr. Dominic Otway, Chargé d'Affaires of the British Embassy in Serbia, to present his keynote address. Mr. Otway, welcome.
Thank you, Yakub. Thank you, Your Excellencies. Everyone who's come today who's probably much more expert at IT than I am. It's a real pleasure for me to be here today to address you all. And congratulations on assembling such a distinguished panel in a few minutes. But I just wanted to take a few moments to explain why the British Embassy wanted to, and the British government wants to be supporting UNDP and the Office for IT and e-government and other partners in putting together this amazing conference. It's part of our multi-year endeavor to support Serbia's digital transformation and to build an open data ecosystem. And we're really pleased, as you were just hearing in terms of the biases, we're really pleased that this year the support to the DSC has put a particular focus on increasing female participation, which I'm delighted, although you wouldn't recognize it from the keynote speakers, I'm delighted to announce has resulted in the highest share of female speakers at this year's conference than ever before. So I think that's a really, really good result. And you'll also be pleased to know that while we tried to use ChatGPT and AI to write this speech, it didn't really work, which may well be good news for you. It's certainly good news for my embassy that I'm not replacing them with AI. So yes, artificial intelligence still has some way to go, but I think lots of us, when we think of AI, we can really think about the benefits and how it makes our lives easier, saving our time, making us more productive. But AI can be so much more. It's a technology to address the world's most pressing challenges, help the most vulnerable, and drive progress towards the sustainable development goals. As we speak, international climate negotiations are ongoing in Azerbaijan at COP. In the future, we hope AI can help optimize energy use to lower emissions, to predict weather trends which are becoming unpredictable or feel unpredictable, and even to help national delegations negotiate international climate agreements to spot the differences between draft texts and agree something much quicker. In healthcare, an AI revolution is underway. AI is helping sift vast data sets to cut drug discovery times and improving diagnostics through image analysis of scans and x-rays, interventions that in time are going to reduce costs, widen healthcare access, and improve the treatment that we all get, particularly in developing countries. Of course, the myriad ways that AI can support economic growth, helping countries develop, trade, reform, they're far too many to list. So it's worth also touching perhaps on the pitfalls of technology. As Yakub was just telling us, AI learns from us, so it mirrors us. So it mirrors our good qualities and it mirrors our biases. The enormous power demand for AI chips has caused increased energy usage in developing countries. It's causing that energy to surge. After years of making progress on energy efficiency, we're now almost sort of going backwards. And not to mention the worrying implications for privacy and democracy in authoritarian states, as governments use facial recognition tech combined with big data to monitor citizens and the potential for clamping down on dissent. So as we do with all the most complex issues, we must work together across borders to get the right balance between innovation and regulation, ensuring AI works for us while being aligned with our values, human rights, fairness, and equality. And in doing so, we have an obligation to transfer knowledge and support capacity building in less developed countries so that the future benefits and opportunities of the technology are felt by all. And the UK is proud to consider itself as leading and convening in this space. Hosting the first AI Safety Summit last year helped to set the global agenda, and we look forward to France's AI Action Summit next year as an important milestone in shaping the global conversation on AI. And we commend Serbia for taking on the role of incoming chair of the GPay Summit in Belgrade. GPay's focus on the engagement of low and middle-income countries such as Senegal, the first African nation to join GPay and sit on its steering committee, that contribution is particularly welcome for the World Development Agenda. And the UK is proud to finance the first OECD African Union AI dialogue in Paris in March 2024. The second chapter of this dialogue is currently taking place in Cairo, further advancing multilateral AI cooperation. So we're working with our partners to develop an effective work plan for the upcoming GPay Summit in Belgrade, and we see significant value in the OECD AI principles, actively contributing to building an inclusive values-based model of international AI governance. I'm sorry for the acronyms. It's almost as if the AI had written it. Because artificial intelligence knows no borders, and its impact will shape societies and economies in all corners of the world, we think that through international cooperation, we can make progress towards ensuring effective global governance based on the multi-stakeholder approach, so we can best minimize the threats and maximize the opportunity. The prize of all of this is, of course, faster progress towards the Sustainable Development Goals guiding all our work and want to be seized. So I'm really pleased to be able to address you, and I'm really looking forward to the rich conversation that will come. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Otway. Finally, we are privileged to have His Excellency Emanuele Giaufret, Ambassador of the European Union to Serbia, who will deliver the closing keynote before the panel. Your Excellency.
Thank you very much, dear Yakub, dear colleagues, ladies and gentlemen. It's really an honor to be with you today to discuss this critical subject of artificial intelligence and its transformative potentials for sustainable development. We stand at the crossroads of technological progress and global challenges. The call for international collaboration has never been more urgent than it is now. And we know that artificial intelligence in that respect is not just a tool, but it's a force that can redefine the trajectory of humanity. It can actually heal the planet, uplift economies, create equal opportunities across the world. But in order to realize this vision, we must steer AI development with wisdom, ethics, and inclusivity. I want to discuss briefly about AI as a catalyst for global progress, best practices governance, and international cooperation, and the future of humanity with AI. First, from the EU perspective, AI is certainly a cornerstone of innovation and sustainability. In our programs such as Horizon Europe and Digital Europe, we included EU support to research and development that harness AI to support the UN SDGs. We have a few successful examples of projects like the AI for Cities, which is funded precisely under Horizon Europe, which is helping cities to optimize energy use and reduce carbon emission. We have this wonderful project which is called European Lighthouse for AI for Sustainability, ELIAS, which is a network of excellence which aims at establishing Europe as a leader in artificial intelligence research that drive sustainable innovation and economic development, connecting researchers in academia with practitioners in the industry. I would further like to state that we have made investment in targeted research and innovation project on AI for green and greener artificial intelligence. Also in Serbia, we've seen progress in that respect. Serbia is leveraging AI for smart agriculture, which boosts food security while conserving resources. And the European Union is proud to have worked on artificial intelligence in Serbia through the SAGE project that is implemented by the World Bank. Innovation in AI transcends nations, offering solutions for global challenges like climate change, health crisis, and economic equality. But for this, of course, we need a good collaborative environment. We also need to make sure that we're shaping responsible AI development. And the European Union has adopted the Artificial Intelligence Act, which is the world's first comprehensive regulation on AI, which demonstrates how governance can be ambitious, proportionate, and responsible. Taking an innovation-friendly, risk-based approach, intervening where it is necessary, the AI Act is designed to protect health, safety, and fundamental rights. This includes fundamental rights to a high level of environment. And environment is one of the legal interests explicitly mentioned and protected by the Act. The AI Act also requires the disclosures of energy consumptions and introduces the possibility for further requirement in the future. I think the British colleague just mentioned that AI is also a source of energy consumption, and we need to look at this. Serbia is the first in the region to have taken a commendable step through its AI strategy 2020-2025, which emphasizes education, innovation, and international collaboration. This strategy illustrates the importance of fostering AI ecosystems that are inclusive and forward-looking. Now, we also need to look at AI as a public good. How do we govern AI to serve the public good? The EU answer to these questions is collaboration. With the United Nations, we can work to capitalize on the potential of AI to accelerate progress across all SDGs, as indicated in the Global Digital Compact. Multilaterally, we can collaborate to create common action for AI for public good based on best practices, for example, in the upcoming Artificial Intelligence Action Summit in Paris, which will be celebrated in February 2025, where heads of state and government and leaders of international organizations, together with the industry, will gather on how we can move forward. With countries like Serbia, we can strengthen regional innovation while addressing global challenges, and as other speakers have done, I want to mention the Global Partnership on Artificial Intelligence that will be held here in Belgrade in December. Congratulations to Serbia for taking the leadership in that respect. Now, international cooperation is important because many challenges that AI comes with can only be solved through collaboration. We need to share knowledge, open access to research, foster innovations, and ensure smaller nations can benefit from advancement. The collaboration between the EU and the US in artificial intelligence area, such as extreme weather forecasting, emergency response, and disaster management, exemplify how sharing of knowledge can accelerate the design and development of AI-based solutions for the good of developing countries, while positioning the EU as a global leader in advanced technology. We also need to invest in capacity building, supporting AI education and infrastructures in developing nations to bridge inequality. And also we need, again, to foster AI for the greater good, support the setting up at the global level of a global level playing field for trustworthy, human-centric, and ethical use of AI. Serbia, with its strategic position in Europe and its commitment to digital transformation, can serve as a bridge between regions, bringing together expertise and fostering collaboration. Our approach to AI is that AI is not a challenge to humanity, but an opportunity to redefine it. The choice we make today will determine whether AI divides us or unites us, whether it will bring us together in a shared vision for a sustainable future. Imagine a world where AI predicts and prevents climate disasters and drives environmental-friendly agriculture and manufacturing, and where it ensures that healthcare reaches even the most remote village. This is not utopic, it's within our reach. If we can act with courage and collaborations to foster trustworthy AI for the benefit of us all, and to promote responsible stewardship and good governance for artificial intelligence. We want to do our part to lead globally these efforts by guiding innovation, setting guardrails on AI, and developing the global governance on artificial intelligence. So I look forward to the discussions that will follow my presentation and see how we can overcome the challenges ahead of us and how we can make sure that the practical use of AI will be there to serve the greater good. Thank you very much.